So there are a lot of videos out there, advice videos on how creators should get to 1,000 subscribers, because 1,000 subscribers is when you're monetized. And then there are a lot how I got to 50,000, how I got to 100,000, how I got to a million. What I found was that there aren't a lot of advice videos about how to get to like 500. So I wanted to do this video how to get to 500, some easy tips. Right now I'm sitting at 636, so I'm still on that journey to getting to 1,000, but I wanted to kind of give an advice video about how to get to 500, how I did it for these newcomers, for these people who are just starting their creative journey on YouTube. Because a lot of you are thinking exactly how I did when I started. You're thinking, wait a second, I'm not worried about getting right now to 1,000. I'm worried about just getting to 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, and then finally 500. If you're a new creator, if you just created your channel, or if you recently created your channel, getting to 500 is a good goal, and it's a very attainable goal, sometimes in a pretty short period of time. For others, it takes longer, but I'm going to try and give you some advice, how I did it, and what the best way to do it is, and hopefully this will help you. The first one sounds really cliche and really simple, but the first piece of advice is just start. There are a lot of people who are waiting for the perfect opportunity. They're saying, I'll wait until I get the right camera. I'll wait until I get the right equipment, the right microphone. The one I have right now isn't good. I can remember when I first started my channel, I didn't even have a Yeti mic or a webcam. And right now, I mean, my equipment still could use a little work. I could upgrade for sure. But when I first started, I literally had a laptop. I remember using QuickTime recording, and I just recorded with my laptop. And then I would like sync the audio to it. It was crazy, the stuff I would do. But I think it was a good lesson, because if I had procrastinated, if I had said, no, I'm going to wait until I get the right microphone or the right camera or whatever, I probably wouldn't have even started. So what I instead did is I just started with what I had. And then, once I got used to it and once I got going, then I got other equipment that helped me do a better job. But I just started. And honestly, I think that's the key. And a lot of creators I know, they stop at 2 videos. I heard a stat once, I can't remember exactly what the number was, but many people on YouTube, they stop at 2 videos. Why? Because they see that they're not getting views. They're kind of disappointed. They thought it would be like TikTok, where you can post something and it just takes off. Like no matter what you do, it's going to get like 1,000+ views. It's not the same on YouTube. It's harder to get subscribers on YouTube than it is to get followers on Twitter, I find, or on X. It's harder to get subscribers on YouTube than it is to get followers or likes or engagements on TikTok or other social media platforms. So the first piece of advice is just start. Just start and keep going and do it consistently. And post, people say, oh, post each day, post twice a week. Keep going, and don't just post for the sake of posting, but keep going. And what you do is, say you post 5 videos, say you post 10 videos in 2 weeks or something, or 3 weeks. What you do is you start to realize what you can do well. You start to realize points of improvement, and you kind of figure it out as you go along. The second piece of advice is decide who you are, what you're going to do, who your audience is. YouTube does like when you stick to a theme, and I am going off my theme by doing this video right now, because usually my theme is politics and electoral college and whatever news issues of the day. But today I'm kind of doing an advice video, which is a little bit different. So YouTube might not like this, but for you, you have to make sure you have a niche. Think of something to talk about, and it's going to kind of pigeonhole you into that area. And it's okay to be pigeonholed on YouTube. It works to your advantage, because they're going to find your viewers. They're going to find people who want to hear what you have to say, and those people are out there. Number 3, and I think this is almost one of the most important ones, if not the most important one, at least for me when I started, is engage with your audience. Now, this may seem ludicrous at the beginning because you have no audience, but you will get people comment. Even if it's just one comment, you're going to have people engaging with your content eventually if you keep posting. My advice is to respond to the comments, even negative ones. Say, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe. You don't even need to say please subscribe, because sometimes YouTube doesn't like that. but you can just like the comment, say thanks for watching. If it's a positive comment, reply to it. If it's a question, reply to it. I made it a goal of mine on every comment. And early on, that wasn't very hard because I wasn't getting very many comments. And some videos I post now, they still don't get that many comments. Some I post and they get thousands and thousands of views, and there's comments coming in by the boatload. But I always try and respond to the comments. And what you do with that is a couple things. First of all, you build a loyal audience. A lot of people, when they comment on a YouTube video, they don't expect the author or the creator to respond to them. So when they do, they might be more inclined to come back or subscribe, or they'll respond to you. And if they respond to you, or even if you just respond to them and they don't respond back, you're creating engagement. YouTube really likes when there's a lot going on your channel, likes, comments, subscriptions. They like action on your videos. And so why not contribute to that action? If you can go and you can respond to the comments, you can build an audience and build brand loyalty and channel loyalty while at the same time stirring up action on your videos. And YouTube does like that. Number 4 is tell friends and family about your channel. You might not feel comfortable doing this with everybody, and that's fine. But even if there's 3 or 4 people who you're comfortable doing it with, I would say do it. Share the channel, ask them to subscribe, ask them to like your videos and comment. It sort of seems like maybe you're cheating or something, but you're not really. You're just starting to maybe get the ball rolling, get some actions on your videos, because the hardest thing is when you first start, you're just getting crickets. Like nothing is happening on your videos. You need a little bit of action. And it's sort of like starting a business. You have to ask some friends and family for a little bit of money, for a little bit of cash flow and capital to start up. Later on, you're not going to be, by the end of it, when you have a lot of people coming on and subscribing, you're going to say, please, you don't need to watch it anymore. You'll be like blocking them from your channel or something. I know a lot of people are like afraid to do it because they don't want friends and family checking out what they're doing. But honestly, my advice, get your parents, get your brothers and sisters, get like a couple friends who know you well and who you're not embarrassed to share it with. Personally, I'm not really that embarrassed by people watching anything I do, so I don't really care. But when I first started it, I was sharing it with friends and people who I knew would be interested in my content. My 5th piece of advice, and a lot of people might not like this advice. I know it's going to be the most controversial piece of advice, but my last piece of advice, and maybe it should be the first, is pray about the channel. I know not everyone watching this is Christian or whatever religion you happen to be. But let me tell you, praying about the channel, praying over it helped, because what it did is, first of all, it put God into action. But if you are not there yet and you're not at that stage where you can believe that quite yet, I hope you do get there. But it also puts you in the right frame of mind. It puts you in the frame of mind that the views are coming, the subscriptions are coming, the channel is going to grow. It is going to grow. You are going to do well on YouTube. It's just a matter of time, and you need to keep pushing through. Because if you have no real inspiration and you have no real rock and reason to do this and to continue, and no encouragement that doesn't necessarily come from people, because if you're waiting for people to encourage you, you might not get people encouraging you. And as a matter of fact, it might be the opposite. You're going to have people like laughing at you and mocking you, and there's people coming in the comments not liking what you're doing. But if you want to get to that 500 subscribers number, my advice is to pray over it and do all the other things too. So remember, like, start, keep posting, work on thumbnail, all these other things you can work on too. And you can go to other advice videos for that, like how to get to 1,000, how to get to 50,000. Here's how you do the right thumbnail. Here's what the right tag to put in. Here's the right title to make it. All of those specific things, very important. Don't get me wrong. And you will actually find out how to do that as you go along. But what I wanted to do is give you 5 kind of general tips to keep you encouraged, because I think the main thing about people who are just starting their channel is that they're not encouraged. They feel discouraged. They post 2 videos, nothing happens, and they give up. But you have to keep posting. Now, another thing, and this is kind of an add-on, and you could probably put this in another piece of advice or join it with one of the 5, is use YouTube Analytics. it's a really good tool, and they give it to you for free. I mean, you can use analytics. I don't know if there's a certain amount of subscribers you need to unlock the analytics. I don't think there was, but if you use the analytics, YouTube shows you when your videos take off, at what times they take off, who's watching them, where they are, what age are they, what gender are they, how old are they, where a lot of your views are coming from. Are they coming from suggested videos? Are they coming from browser results? So use the analytics. It's a really great thing that YouTube provides. And it's almost like one of those things you think you'd have to pay for, but you don't. As far as I know, I'm not paying for anything. And I don't, as I say, there might be something I don't know about, like you need to get to like 100 subscribers or something first. I don't know. I know there is a certain amount of subscribers you need to get to before you can stream, before you can live stream. But honestly, use them. Like, use the analytics. They can really help you. So I hope these tips have helped. Look, you're seeing this video now. Just to give you an example, I'm waiting to get my green screen back so I can have a good backdrop. I'm waiting maybe to get better lighting and whatever else. But even I fell into the trap before making this video, like literally minutes before making this video. I thought, no, maybe I should wait till the green screen's here. Maybe I should wait till my setup's better. Maybe I should wait till I get the right lighting. Maybe I should do it during the day so it's like not as dark in the room or whatever. No, I'm just doing it. You have to get into that mindset. And I'm not saying don't prepare. I'm not saying don't plan, but I am saying push through that resistance, because you're going to have resistance. You're going to have that thought in your head that says, no, wait for this. Don't do it now. Wait for the green screen. Wait for the mic. Wait for the, and you'll just end up never doing it, or you'll prolong it, delay it. So just start. Just start. Decide who you are, what you're talking about, who your audience is. Engage with your audience. And as I say, respond to the comments. Use analytics. Tell your friends, tell your family, if you're comfortable doing that, even if it's just one person or two people, do that. And which is maybe the most important advice. I maybe should have put it as number one, but I know it's going to be a controversial piece of advice. If you're not there yet and you don't want to pray about the channel, and you're not Christian, or you're not whatever the religion happens to be, but if you are not a believer in God, I hope you do at some point believe, but get yourself in that positive mindset somehow that your channel is growing, you have help, you have approval of God before you need approval of people. Because if you're seeking approval from people, you're going to be disappointed. Now, eventually, yes, you're going to have a lot of people subscribing to your channel. You're going to get to 500. I did. And now on my next step is 1,000 and beyond. But I'm just telling you how I got to 500, and this is how I did it. And I'm sure, again, there's many other specific things, thumbnails, titles, you know, how to start your video, the first 10 minutes, how you sound, what you say. All those things are important, and go watch all those other videos because they're very important. But I just feel like there needed to be a video for people who have like 2 subscribers, people who have 10, people who have 50, and they're trying to get to 500. That's a good first metric, because 1,000 still seems a far way off when you're just starting. I mean, it seems sometimes like a far way off where I am now, and I'm at 636. So maybe when I get to 1,000, I'll come back and do a 1,000 video. But there, as I say, the higher up you go, the more videos, advice videos there already is for that. So I hope this has helped you. Good luck with your journey. Let me know in the comments where you're at, how many subscribers you have. If you feel this advice is helpful, again, if you feel it's unhelpful, let me know too. And guess what? I will be replying to the comments no matter what you say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at 1,000 subscribers and beyond.